Welcome back to the vlog, y'all. We on the shit. Yo, welcome to the vlog. Shooting on the R50 V. Already got the morning started. I don't know, these mornings been starting real slow for me. More so, like I said, I was sick and it seemed like I'm still recovering from it. Whatever it was a little bit more serious than what I think it was, because I'm still having some effects, like when I get up in the morning and sometimes even when I go throughout the day. So I might need to go get checked out, low-key. I ain't gonna hold you. But anyway, shooting on the R50 V right now. I'm shooting in C-Log. I don't really shoot vlogs and things like that in C-Log, but I didn't really like the Rec 709, and granted, over time I'll shoot more with it. I think tomorrow, since I done already committed to shoot C-Log 3 today, I will shoot Rec 709 tomorrow and just kind of thug it. But what I can say is my ND filter is coming tomorrow. Or no, I'm sorry, my ND filter is coming today for the 16 mil. I don't have an ND for the 16 mil. Putting a 24-70 on this it defeats the purpose. So I need to find another lightweight lens that is a zoom, hopefully something that's internal zoom. But right now I'm just gonna rock with this 16 mil and get what I can. I will say, my first impressions, I really do like the record button that's on the front. Now the C50 got that. To be honest, holding the C50 the way that I'm holding this is just not really doable. While the C50 is a pound and a half without a lens, you put a lens on it, well, you put the 16 mil on it, it's actually not that bad. But with any other lens, the 24 or whatever, like, you're not holding it. Like, I got the little tripod feet from the pocket on the bottom of this just so I could hold it, and I didn't have to like grip the camera like this. So it's a lot easier holding this right now. I love the size of it. Like I said, I love the record button that's on the front, easy to get to. If you're trying to do walking shots, forget about it, you're cooked. There's no in-body stabilization, and this lens does not have stabilization. But the gift to it is you can hold it as long as you need to. For the most part, the camera is so easy, you could put this in the hands of somebody that doesn't know how to use it, and they should be able to get a shot, especially if you have it on auto. This is not a filmmaker conversation. This is just more so like, hey, look, I know you don't know how to use the camera, but I need you to get this shot for me because it's important to the story that I'm trying to tell, or whatever. You should be able to put this in somebody's hands and just use it. With the C50, I'm not gonna be able to do that because it has a cinema menu. This is not a comparison to the C50, but this is what the C50 is what I was using to make my content outside of my phone or a pocket or whatever. So if I keep making reference to the C50, it's not because I'm trying to compare the two and which one's better and whatnot. It's just that's what I was making my content with, so that's what I have to go off of. And I can't put the C50 in somebody's hand and trust that they're gonna be able to get the shot, but with this I can. So now I got the Camera Connect app connected. I can see that it's tracking my eye, I can see my frame. I don't have the grid on, but I can see pretty much everything that I need to see. Stop, start, record, and switch photo mode. Just the typical keep using cellular data. This is something that I don't have access to on the C50 for whatever reason. They say download the multi-camera app and this, that, so on and so forth. None of it has worked. It works on the photo side, but it doesn't work on the video side with the cinema menu. This is another thing that would have added some convenience with trying to do content with the C50. It just don't work, but on here it does. And this is another thing that when I'm by myself and I want to make sure that the shot is framed or this, that, the third, I have access to it, and I love that convenience. So yeah, So say like this shot right here where I want to set the camera down and I just want to walk my feet through the shot. Now these are not typically, this is not typically the way that I actually shoot my vlogs, but obviously it's what people do when they want to, you know, further their story, but it's them shooting it, and you know, they want to get all of these different pieces of B-roll and so on and so forth. This is not necessarily what I do, but it opens me up to the possibility of things like this when I want to actually try it, do it, or whatever, and I can monitor the shot so I can clearly see where my feet are framed. It seems like the focus catches on pretty quick and it can detect the person. I have it on people detect. It is supposed to be or labeled as a content creator camera, so I would assume that it would be able to catch on to people really quick. I did notice yesterday when I was messing around with it and I had it in like the product mode or whatever, that anytime that my hand would do this, it would focus immediately on my hand, trying to make sure that I didn't have something in it. And then when I took that off, it you know, it stuck to my eye. No matter if I put my hand here or whatever the case may have you, it decided to stick to me. But if you put it on the product mode, it's automatically gonna try to make sure that, you know, it catches whatever you have in your hand. So that mode is really sensitive. So if you were to get this camera and you put that mode on and then you talk with your hands like I do, your focus is going to be all over the place. It's a mess. Turn that off and then just leave it on people, eye detect, and it should be fine. So I could, like yesterday I was doing this, I was messing around. I wish I would have kept the clips, but I was doing this and it would focus on my hand. Whatever was closest pretty much to the camera, it would focus on my hand. But right now it's literally locked onto my eye. Yeah, it's still locked onto my eye. But if I would have did this yesterday, it would have focused onto my hand, and then if I would have took it out, it would have focused back on me. And if I would have did it again, you know, you get the point. But the focus is pretty good. All I have to say, the focus is pretty good. So initial impressions of this camera. I started shooting a little bit before 9 o'clock. It's 10:32 right now. The hour and a half, 2 hours that people have been saying that they can get, I can see how you could get that. It has 3 notches, big notch, 2 small ones. I'm so used to having the minutes, how many minutes you got left on the battery. That does not exist here, so I just got to go off of notches. But the big notch is gone, the 2 little ones are there. I still pretty much seem like I got plenty of time in terms of being able to get some shots. It did cut itself off for about 20-25 minutes when I was on my way home, but all of the shots prior, I didn't cut the camera off one time, nor did it cut off and go into its standby mode, which I'm actually probably gonna turn off just to further see how much battery life I can squeeze out. But I like this so far. I love the lightness of it. This record button on the front, like I said, is clutch, especially the way that I can hold the camera with a set of tripod feet on the bottom, and then I can just easily slide my thumb to the record button, start, stop. I do have the small rig S70 at the top of the camera for my audio. It's a really little compact setup. The transmitter is not that big, the camera is not that big, neither is the lens. Now, it's not quite put in your pocket, but you know, I'm pretty sure like with the 28 mil, since it's a pancake, you probably could like slide it in your hoodie pocket or something like that. I like, so far, I mean, from the clips that I saw, and not in post, but just from the clips I saw looking back on the camera, it looks pretty cool to me. I like the size of it overall just because it doesn't scream attention. It doesn't make people feel uncomfortable in the sense of like, you have this big setup, what are you doing with it, and am I gonna be a part of it? Since it's small, people just kind of look at it as, oh, he's doing the TikTok thing, or he's doing the YouTube thing, or he's whatever. But you know, for some reason, even with the top handle off of the C50, people would look and it's not so much that they're looking, but it's like they feel like, hey, where is this going? Am I gonna be on this? I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to be seen or whatever. It seems like that's a big deal. You know, it seems less threatening. The one thing that I don't like, even though I knew what I was getting myself into when I got it, is this grip. This grip is awful. But it's more so in comparison to what I'm used to. But being how small the camera is supposed to be, I understand, but I don't like it. Also, funny enough, I was gonna update you guys on the overheating thing, and now it's right up here and it's on 2 notches. Now this clip has been rolling for 5 minutes and 55 seconds. And I did record a clip before this, kind of in the same ballpark of like 6 minutes. I'm really not a fan. No pun intended. I'm not a fan though of this meter. Things like that give me anxiety. So when I had the R6, it gave me anxiety. When I had the R5, before they came out with the firmware updates, it gave me anxiety. I'm staring at the screen because I just watched another notch go on there. So this is something now that I got to take into consideration when I'm shooting clips that are like this, you know, talking heads. If I'm out anyway, shooting talking heads, this is something I got to think about now. Look, I love the small size of the camera. Can't say that enough. But if it's gonna be a microwave, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to take you back, R50 V, but I might have to. I might have to. But to be fair, it's a small battery. Memory card and the battery is right next to each other versus every other camera where the memory cards sit on the side and then the battery is at the bottom by itself. These two things, they both get hot and they're right next to each other. So I get it, but I don't like it. With all that being said, man, like and subscribe for the good vibes. I'll see y'all tomorrow.